All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you to those of you who've been able to make this live, and thank you also to those of you who are watching the recording. This is the first Q&A for the Cashed Up Winter Holiday Hustle. Appreciate those of you who have taken the time to send me through some questions in advance of the session, and also those of you who've been willing for me to share the questions you've been asking into a frequently asked question list for today's little meeting. So just to introduce myself, I've had some electronic communications with some of you in the course so far, but my name's Damien Nicholson. I'm the teacher on the other side of the screen when you send messages through or are submitting tasks for review, or are receiving feedback on any of your course progress. So I'm the one who's on the other side of that keyboard. When you reach out for assistance or you send those emails through, I'm the one who's answering them. So it's great to e-meet you and make that connection with those of you who are taking part in the course. I hope you're enjoying it so far. So my role with FBF is I oversee the education programs. My title is the National Manager of Digital Learning and Program Development, and I'm certainly encompassing that for this session as part of developing and bringing Cashed Up to life. I've been part of that team, and I oversee the digital learning with Financial Basics Foundation, and that's why I'm here running the session and running the holiday program. So I'm going to jump in and start going through the questions that were sent through in advance. If you have any questions that you might like to ask, can you please add them now to the chat window? I won't have access to email again until this session ends. So please put any questions that you would like into the chat window. If you're looking to anonymize yourself, please just follow those instructions I sent in my most recent email. So the first most common question I've got to answer, and this has happened with a few people who started the Cashed Up Holiday Hustle. They're all up and running, but just in case other people have experienced the same issue, is that I've signed up for the Holiday Hustle, but I can't see the course. Why not? So the reason for this, and this is just my little tick mark to make sure I keep track of the questions and make sure I answer them all, is when you ask to be part of the Holiday Hustle program. So when you come through and you've gone into the Holiday Hustle, I'm in my young person account here, so I can see everything that you can see. And you've sent this email and you've asked me to join the course. What that does is it triggers me to enroll you in the course, and it will send out a couple of course emails. So the first one was a welcome message that told you how to access the course materials, and then the second one was an invitation to this Q&A. In that first email, if you may have skipped over some of the steps, it basically says to you that you need to create a free account, a free young person, or if you're a parent doing the course, a parent, or a teacher doing account, a teacher, you need to set up a free account on our website, and then you'll be able to see the course materials. So as soon as you do set up that free account, and the steps are broken down in the learner guide and also in that email that I sent you, the learner guide's just in your young person hub here. As soon as you create that account and log into it, and then go into your course portal, again in the young person hub, and again this is set up for you and you're directed there in the emails and the comms that I've sent through. The courses that you have access to will appear, and you simply hit the dashboard button. It'll prompt you to confirm your sign in, and then you'll have access to the course materials. So if that's you and you've sent me the enrollment and you haven't yet been able to get into the materials, that's how you do it. So can people still join the Cashed Up Holiday Hustle course, or is it too late? People can absolutely still join the Cashed Up Holiday Hustle course. This Q&A session is running at 1:30 p.m. Brisbane time. And I have already had 2 or 3 people sign up this morning, so before this meeting started. So you absolutely can still join the hustle. You can join the hustle right up until the closure of the holiday program, which is on the 21st of July. People can sign up and still successfully complete the course right up until that date. The reason I say that is it is taking most people around 3 or 4 hours to complete the course, which is easily manageable if you're really committed to getting it done. You could even do it on the last day of the course, and it will all close off at midnight Brisbane time on the 21st of July. So you absolutely can still join. Another one was for some concerned learners who weren't able to jump on straight away in the starting initial period of the holiday hustle. And they've asked, I haven't started yet. Is that okay? Yes, that is absolutely okay. If you haven't started yet, just as I mentioned in the previous question, most people are getting this course knocked over in 3 to 4 hours, from start to finish, all the way through to the badge of completion. So if you haven't started yet, you absolutely have time to dedicate a couple of hours over the next couple of weeks to get it done. You definitely have time to get it finished, even if you haven't started yet on the 2nd of July. So question number 4 that has come through. Once I submit an assessed task for marking, do I have to wait to get it back, or can I keep going with the course? If you send a task through that requires feedback from me, or for me to tick a little box to say that you've successfully completed it, and there's only a couple of those in the course, you absolutely can keep going with the course materials. So I will get those back to you, as I mentioned in the commencement email, within 3 business days at the very latest, normally much quicker than that. And you can keep going with the rest of the course materials while you wait for that feedback. And as soon as you get that feedback returned to you, it'll automatically go into your course progress as well. I can't actually show you that side of it because there are learner details in the teacher view that I see. So I can't actually show you what that process looks like. I'm sorry, because I don't want to reveal anybody's personal details. So the next question, what do I do if one of my tasks is returned as incomplete? So this has only happened a couple of times so far in this holiday hustle, and in fact in all of the holiday hustles. But what you will get is, if you receive a feedback that the task is not yet complete, um, I will give you a really short, succinct summary of why it's not completed and what you need to do to have that task marked off as complete. The most common one I'm getting at the moment is people are accidentally uploading a blank document instead of a completed document. So they're just hitting upload onto the wrong file. And I just address that in my comment, and I reopen the task, and you're able to then submit your response. So please don't be concerned if you have an incomplete task. Just follow the instructions and you'll have it complete in no time. The next question is there a learner guide that I can access? And short answer is yes. The location of that learner guide, to be a little bit longer, is if you go to the financialbasics.org.au webpage, our homepage, the same place as you went to find out about Holiday Hustle. So where you got the info from the Cashed Up Holiday Hustle in the Young Person Hub, or parent or educator, whichever your role is. The same place that you went to get that information is the same place that you go to see the learner guide. So if you look in those various different hubs, I'm doing young person because that's our predominant audience of young people from all over Australia who are actually doing the course these holidays. If you look in the same spot as you went to here for the Holiday Hustle, you'll see there's a Cashed Up Learner Guide. When you click on that, it gives you a comprehensive set of information about Cashed Up and how to go about navigating it as a learner. There is a lot of information, and anytime we've been asked a question, we've incorporated that into this guide. But 99% of people are sorted out by doing this first section and then jumping into the video for any bits that they don't quite understand. So that'd be my suggestion to you, is start right at the beginning of the learner guide. And for most of you, that will probably address everything that you need to know. And if it doesn't, there's a little shortcut to common sections, and you can scroll down through the rest of that guide as well. But it's there and it's in your hub, and it's called the Cashed Up Learner Guide. So how long does it take to complete the course? So for those of you who've just jumped to this question or maybe joined the live session a little bit late, the average length of time it takes people to complete the course we're doing is between 3 to 5 hours. Most of the Holiday Hustle learners who have completed it so far, and there are quite a few people who have already completed the course all the way through to the badge, are taking around 3 to 4 hours. So please do take that as a guide. Because it is personal to how long it takes you to work through the materials, to process what's there, to complete the actions and activities that are put to you to enhance your learning. But as a guide, 3 to 5 hours, but on average about 4 hours over the last couple of weeks is what it's taking people to get the course done. When will I get my completion badge is the next question, and I've received this a few times. So you will get your badge of completion automatically if you get 100% on the course and you receive 75% or more across the assessed tasks. And they're the little tasks, they're the tasks that have a little word that says assessed on the top of them. And they're the ones that basically that we can track and put a percentage to make sure that you have a pass rate of 75% on them. So if you are unsure on why, if you reckon you've triggered those conditions and you're unsure as to why you don't have the badge, please do email me. My email address is at the bottom of this recording, at comments on the YouTube video, and it's also in your emails. And you can grab it out of my profile as well in the facilitator bio. But if you think that you've met those criteria and you still don't have your badge, let me know and I'll definitely investigate it more closely. The most common reason people who've asked me this question haven't gotten the badge yet is that they have got almost 100% on the course. But when they've done the final quiz, they haven't gotten 75% on the final quiz. So they've gotten everything else done and dusted, and you have up to 3 attempts on that final quiz. And if you need more of those attempts, just email me. I can grant you some extra attempts at it. And please do note that that end of course quiz. Oh, actually, no, that's question 10. Sorry, I was about to jump ahead of myself. So you get your completion badge automatically when you meet the criteria of 100% progress and 75% or more on the assessed tasks. But you can reach out to me if you think something has gone awry. And I'll definitely investigate your individual questions. So will the live Q&A session be recorded? Yes, the session is being recorded. Those of you who have joined the live session, you would have got a little voice in your ear to tell you that the session is being recorded. And it'll be up on our Financial Basics YouTube channel within 48 hours. You'll receive an email to that link from me as well when it's available. Okay, so coming back to the building on the badge awarding question. So another question 10 that's come through. I messed up the end of course quiz. Can I do it again? Answer is absolutely. You can have up to 3 goes by default and more if you reach out to me. I can give you some extra attempts at the quiz if you need it. Nobody has needed that yet, but I have the ability to do so if you think you need it. What I will say, just keep in mind that end of course quiz is part of the 75% assessed tasks that you need to get in order to automatically get your badge or to get your badge overall. And it's one of the things, if I'm manually awarding a badge, that I have to check as well. So when you're doing that quiz, please remember that it's essentially like at school an open book test. So you can have the quiz open in one tab and you can have the course materials open in another tab. And we've designed it that way because we know that not everybody is going to be able to remember every single element of the course right off the top of their heads. We want you to be able to remember that information exists, go and locate it, and then utilize it. And so you can go and look for it in the course materials, locate the information that you need in order to construct your answer, and then put your answer together. And again, if you think you need extra attempts, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. So those were general questions. I don't know whether they were from teachers or students or parents. I do know that the next 2 questions have specifically come from a parent and from a teacher because those people let me know that was their role when they reached out. So I actually had more than one parent ask me this. So can I enroll my kids in the course or do they have to email you themselves? Me. So if for any parents out there who are watching and have that same question, you absolutely can enroll your kids in this course. Just keep in mind that when you send it through that email, I just need a unique email address and the first name and last name for each of your kids, because that then means that they have their name and receive the badge of completion, and they can use that physically or digitally once they've gotten the course done. They'll have that micro credential themselves, and they do need to create an account on our website. So yes, short answer, yes, I can enroll them for you if you send me an email, but the longer answer is I need some extra details. And then the final of the commonly pre-sent questions is from a teacher, actually from several teachers. Do I need to send you a list of my interested students or should they email you directly? So the same answer I've provided to the teachers who've asked me this, and I've included it for anyone else who might be interested, but I can do both ways. So if you are a teacher at a school and you are fine to send me that list of students and you're able to provide me a first name, a last name, and an email address, I will get all of those students set up and they will then just need to create their free account in order to access the course materials. If you would prefer, or your school's policies and procedures are that you get them to contact me directly in order to set up their accounts, I can do that as well. I have done both of those steps for different schools For one school, I enrolled like 28 students for the teacher. For another, I had 20 plus students email me individually requesting access, requesting to join the Holiday Hustle. So I'm happy to do it whichever way suits the procedures of your school and yourselves. So with that, we're about halfway through our time. I am just going to close off the microphone and the video until we have some more questions come into the chat. And I'll also put a message up on the, excuse me, up on the screen to that effect. But please do keep your questions coming in. I will add any more questions that come in the live session to the list at the bottom so that they form part of the easy reference at the end of the recording. And each of these questions will be a chapter in the YouTube video. For those who are watching the recording, you'll be able to just click to the question you're after, or you can watch and jump through the sections of the session as you see fit. All right, everyone, we'll wrap it up there. Thank you very much to those of you who sent those questions through in advance. And thank you also to those of you who jumped in and hung out with me through the live session. I appreciate it. For those watching the recording, there were no new questions that came through from the live session. So all of the questions were the ones that were sent through in advance, and they will be available as chapters in this video. But thank you very much for your time. I hope you're getting a lot out of your adventures through the Cashed Up Get Ready to Work course. Keep an eye on your emails for the next holiday hustle. There's one of them running during each school holiday period across the different states and territories of Australia. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. All of my contact details are available in your variety of enrollment pieces of information when you join the course. And if you liked the course or you're getting something out of it, please do help spread the word. Share the course link so that other people can join. And while you're on our YouTube channel to catch the recording, please like and subscribe so you can see the new great content we've got coming out, including some new animated Money IQ videos that are in the works that will be taking you through how to get your first car. All right. Without further ado, I'll wrap it all up. So thank you very much. Again, my name's Damien Nicholson. I'm the National Manager, Digital Learning and Program Development at Financial Basics Foundation. And I appreciate you taking the time to join the Holiday Hustle and come and check out the Q&A. See you online.